Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. You're now tuned to CFRE 91.9 FM. It's your man, GM Cool. You're now tuned into Cool Radio. Welcome back to the show, people. Big shouts to the staff and everyone over here, the students, the faculty, everything over at University of Toronto at Mississauga. You already know how Sauga City does, most definitely. And right now, joining us all the way from the capital city of Canada. I'm talking about Ottawa, Ontario, people. They drove a long way to get here, but they finally got here. And most importantly, they got here on time. So any artist or any guest I've had in the past who came late, who lives in the GTA, y'all got some explaining to do. Hashtag no excuses. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my man Ceerouse is in the building. Ceerouse, how you doing, Playboy?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me, doggy.
Hey, man, my pleasure. Thank you for driving all the way here. I know it's gas money for days, man.
Aw, man, it's an excuse for an adventure.
Exactly, man. So let's get right into it, man. So where did the name Ceerouse come about?
That's my actual name. That's how you pronounce my name. My English, like I introduce myself as Cyrus to people because that's like the English translation of my name.
Yeah.
But my name is Persian. I'm named after Cyrus the Great. So
Okay.
It's like it's Ceerouse in Farsi.
Okay, that's hey, dang, that's what's up, man. Very original. I like that actually. So your journey into music, man, it started in Ottawa pretty much. So growing up in Ottawa, what can you tell us about the culture there as far as music is concerned?
Ottawa's cool, man. Ottawa's like, it's a little community. Like it's, you know, there's a hip hop scene, and then, but like everybody knows everybody because it's such a small city, and then it's really cool to see the other genres. They each have their own like niches throughout the city. So I like Ottawa, man. I love Ottawa. I grew up there, so I've been there my whole life.
That's what's up. And I like how you mentioned how there's a community within like their music scene, because I noticed like a lot of guys who are into the music scene down there in Ottawa are very well connected. Like I was talking to Goliath Paul earlier today. He was telling me more about your music and stuff like that. So how did you guys link up actually?
So he brought me. I met him actually at City Nightclub. He has a show called Cap City Showdown. He does. So we performed in Cap City Showdown, and these motherfuckers gave me a crown. It was so, and that show was insane. So after that show, he kind of reached out to me, and then we kind of connected through there.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Now, your brand of music is described as horrorcore rap. So,
I wouldn't necessarily call it
you wouldn't call it that? How would you call it then?
I don't know, man. It's like, I find horrorcore is really like seriously aggressive and seriously violent.
Yeah.
My shit is almost like satirical.
Okay.
So it's kind of horrorcore, but it's like goofy at the same time.
So basically, it was like horrorcore by accident almost, in a sense.
Yeah.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. So, pardon me. So, like, you mentioned satirical. So, like, what kind of stuff do you kind of, make fun of, so to speak?
There's a lot, man. I find my generation's
You're right.
My generation's
right.
I kind of, in my music, I talk a lot about like violent stuff and like messed up stuff. My track Sinister, there's a lot of really questionable things in there. But I kind of, the way I approached this album anyways was I kind of embodied the issues I see with my generation, and kind of brought them into this character that personified everything, but like in a way that it's almost like ridiculous. Like you're listening to it and you're like, he's saying all this messed up shit, but it's kind of funny at the same time.
So is it kind of like a Slim Shady complex sort of thing?
I guess so.
Yeah,
you could say that.
Yeah, and like, how have your listeners been receptive to that? Like, how well has the response been?
Well, when we dropped my music video Sinister, people loved that shit. People ate that shit up. Have you seen the video?
I saw the video. I saw the video. Certain parts I shouldn't have seen. I'll leave it at that. It was a dope video, though. It was really well shot, actually. I find.
Thank you.
Yeah. Not whose basement?
In my basement.
Oh, your basement.
We shot in my basement in 3 days.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's usually the average time for a music video shoot anyway. So, kudos to you on that. I like the video, actually. So, back to the whole Ottawa thing. What made you want to spread your brand to Toronto?
I love Toronto, man. I have my aunt and uncle. They live down here in Toronto. So I visit as much as I can. I'm down here a lot. So I really like the city. And eventually, like the team and I here, we're planning to move to Toronto in like a year or so. Then the goal is to be in LA by 2020.
That's what's up,
like
man.
5.5 years.
Exactly, man. Hey, you gotta have a game plan, right? So back to the whole the satirical thing. You know, within your satire, there is a lot of shock value in it as well too.
Oh, for sure. It's gotta be entertaining. At the
Oh
same
yeah,
time.
absolutely.
Like, you know, I find there's so much music nowadays that it's kind of hard to capture people's attention. So it's like on the surface value, yeah, there's all this crazy shock value stuff, but it's to a point like it demands your attention. You can't play the track and not at least be like, what the fuck is he saying?
Yeah, exactly.
But then if you look like to the deeper levels of it, you start kind of piecing things together and you'll find like something different every time. There's a Rap Genius page with the lyrics for Sinister explained. It's in the YouTube description.
That's what's up. I might have to check that out afterwards. Now, my question to you is, there's a quote that I read on your bio, and you're quoted as saying the following, in regards to, you know, people being offended by your lyrics and what have you. You're quoted as saying the following: "Good. Your closed-minded stupidity and lack of investigation is offensive." Can you please explain that? Because I thought that was hilarious.
Man, it's people who take this shit at surface value. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like there's so many levels to it that you could choose to take it as just offensive and whatever. But you know, that's kind of, I think it's hilarious. But if you do like dig deeper and try to like appreciate, you know, there's different ways to listen to different kinds of music.
Yes.
So you can't listen to my music how you would listen to like mainstream music. You know, you have to kind of gear your head a different way. So
yeah.
But I mean that goes the same for like anything in life. Like don't just take something at face value ever. Like
exactly.
Always look deeper. Always look for some kind of like further meaning to it. So it's almost like I challenge you to find the deeper meaning behind the lyrics that are so awful.
Exactly. Hey, why not, man? Now, this is kind of like a off the top question right here. Would you consider yourself a smartass? Because I'm a smartass as well too, and I appreciate smartasses.
Man, I'm the smartest ass.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I just had to ask that. All right. Anyways, moving on now. Your latest project, Supervillain, was released earlier this year, Canada Day, like we were talking on the commercial break. What can people expect from that, from who haven't listened to it yet?
Yo, you're gonna get offended. You're gonna be shocked, but you're gonna be like stupidly entertained from start to end. I think the project from start to end is like 23 minutes long. So you're in for a ride.
Trust me, I was in for a ride earlier this afternoon. I was listening to it. It's quite the thrill, if I might say so myself. There's some good stuff on there. Track 5, I believe, though. I think it was the intro to it. It was either track 5 or track 6.
It was track 5. Rule breaker.
It was a little it was a little I'll leave that up for the fans to decide. But nah, some good stuff though, most definitely. And you know, I'm sure you have a ton of fans who like appreciate your music, and you know, basically to the people who take your stuff too seriously, like you were saying before, they would probably consider you a supervillain. But, you know, to the people who do gravitate towards your music, you know, they would probably look at you as an anti-hero of sorts. So would you say that there's definitely, you know, a side to the coin that people should decide on by listening to your music in that regard?
Man, there's two sides to every coin. So that's like, there are both sides to my music.
That's what's up. I like that. All right.
It's whatever you interpret it to be.
Yeah.
You can choose to perceive it however you perceive it, and that's what it will be for you.
And a lot of artists, you know, who have come into hip hop, you know, it's nothing new. A lot of them like to use shock value. I think, you know, guys like Eminem, like we mentioned earlier, Tyler the Creator, you got Hopsin, you know, guys like that who like to use shock value to entertain the masses and to also send a message as well too that you can digest. Would you say shock value, in your opinion, is the most effective tool?
Man, I think if the music is right, it's all the same. The shock value is just what gets people to look initially, and what gets people to be like, oh, okay, what does this guy actually have to say? You know, I mean, there's so many music videos out there. Like, when I tell you, what do you first thing that comes to your head when you think of my video? What are first two things that come to your head?
Entertaining, and off color.
But it's memorable, you know.
Very memorable, though. Very memorable. All right, so we're gonna get into all your music and all the good stuff later on during the broadcast. But we got to get some games to be played. And I'm sure you heard a couple of those ones outside while you were waiting. So don't worry, we're going to get to that main game too, but I got a special one just for you, actually. I like to make personalized games for each individual guest that comes through. So this one, as I scroll through my Samsung phone, that's free promo right there, I like to call this one the good, the bad, and the in-between, all right? So this is basically just a trivia of sorts. So I need you to tell me your favorite superheroes, your favorite supervillains, and then your favorite anti-heroes. And I have them all selected, so I need you to pick one from each category, all right? Okay. So we'll start off with the best hero out of these three that I selected. Who is your best hero out of these three? Would you select Spider-Man, Superman, or Captain America?
Oh, man, Spider-Man for sure.
Thank you.
The homie.
Thank you. Just for that, you get a cool job. Hold on real quick. Oh, no, you ain't got that one. We got this one right here. Give me 1 second. There we go. That's the drop you get, man. You deserve that one. He's my second favorite superhero. I'll say that.
Who's your favorite superhero?
We're going to mention that in just 1 second, actually. So your favorite villain, the Joker, Lex Luthor, or Apocalypse?
Man, what do you think?
I'm going to say the Joker.
Yeah.
I should have known with the purple fitted, or the snapback, I should say. All right, and your favorite anti-hero. So a hero, but not in the most conventional way. Wolverine, Batman, or Blade?
Ooh, Blade.
You going to go with Blade? All right, that's what's up. My favorite hero is Batman, by the way. That's why I was saying, wait till later or whatever. But yeah, I just wish Batman were black. I'm just saying. Anyways, so we got that game out of the way. And then we have, of course, the classic game that is a mainstay on Cool Radio, the one that you probably heard outside just now. I like to call this particular game I'd Quit the Game. So let's drop that real quick.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it.
All right, so not sure if you overheard outside the rules to this game, because there is levels to this shit. But here's how the game's followed. You are the bachelor, you're a player, you're living your life, you're doing your thing, career-wise, girl-wise, all that good stuff. But there comes a point in a man's life where he's got to give that up and just settle down with that one chick. And if you had to settle with that one chick, who would it be? I have selected 2 females for you, and they go as followed. Would you quit the game for Jennifer Lawrence or Jessica Alba?
Doggy, I would slide my balls.
Oh my God!
Cheese grater before I quit the game.
Wow! Really?
Yo, I'm gravy with my left hand.
Wow!
Hip hop.
Wow! This man just went there. We gotta drop that for him real quick. Damn, son. That's probably the most controversial answer I've ever heard on I Quit the Game. So, okay, fine. How about this? If you had to have at least one night with one of those 2 women, who would it be?
What are the options again?
Jennifer Lawrence, who just had some nudes released a couple weeks ago, or Jessica Alba, who's always a sweet little thing. Jessica Alba, I ain't mad at that. She looked good in Fantastic Four, I'll say that. Anyways, we got some business to get to on the commercial break, but before we do that, you have a single that is out right now that we just briefly talked about, which is called Sinister. So you released a video. How long ago did you release a video, actually?
We released a video on May 7th.
Okay. And what's the concept behind the video for those who haven't seen it?
You gotta watch it. I can't explain that.
You can't explain that?
You gotta watch the video.
Fair enough, man. We're gonna let the people decide audioly how they like it. But in the meantime, we'll be right back after these messages. And when we do come back, we have the news stories of the week. I'm talking about Trip Talk, people. We're gonna get into Chris Brown. We're gonna get into Iggy Azalea, all that good stuff. So keep it locked. This is Cool Radio, and we'll be right back after these messages. Yeah. Definitely got to learn about them Grizzly Bears, people. But anyways, back to regularly scheduled programming. You're now tuned into CFRE 91.9 FM. It's your man, DM C.O.O.L. You're now tuned into Cool Radio. We are back on the show. We still got my man Ceerouse in the building. he has a more filthier mouth than God knows who. But it's all good because I love it. If it offends you, it's meant to. That's what I always say. Now, moving on with the rest of today's show, or tonight's show, rather, we are going to go into Trip Talk. You already know what that is, people, man. It's 3 topics and 3 minutes. So with that being said, let's get to it. First topic on the deck is none other than Chris Breezy himself, Chris Brown. So basically, this guy is making headlines because his mother and also his girlfriend Karuchi. What kind of name is Karuchi? I'm sorry, man. It sounds like the bootleg Pokemon that everyone just kind of forgot about.
A bootleg Pokemon.
Right? Anyways, man, they are making headlines because they are worried because of the fact, or the alleged fact, I should say, that Chris Brown has some sort of affiliation with the LA Blood Gang. Ceerouse, what do you think about this?
The fuck do I say to that?
Right?
Like, don't bite.
Say it. Say it.
Fucking idiot. Like, what kind of stupid shit, like, people concerning themselves with. Like,
yeah.
People do stupid shit because you give them attention to do it.
True. I agree. I mean, you would think that, a multi-platinum superstar would focus on his music and his brand, but he's out here trying to thug for no reason at all. It's almost like you're living life backwards, you know what I'm saying? Even though you have money, you got endorsements. Like, you just not just got off a case, but like 5 years ago, but still, you're still trying to survive off of that, and people are still pushing you in the ground, but you want to make it worse and worse. I can't even feel sorry for the dude, man, but nah, it's exactly like you said.
I think people just like to push their limits. See, you get to like a point where you're just like, how far can I go before, people are like, that's enough.
I'm telling you, he is the Bobby Brown of this generation, man. Like, you see how messed up he was on crack and stuff? Chris Brown is next. Oh, yeah, Chris Brown is next, most definitely. So, yeah, I got no ratings for that, man. No ratings at all whatsoever. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, but he's been known to make some hits.
True. He's got...
Grizzly bear.
Hold on. I'll bring back the grizzly bear.
Hold on. I'm surprised I didn't even see that one coming. What the hell? Anyways, moving on. That was a good one, actually. I like that. He's been known to make hits. He should be in the new Crouch Attack and Hidden Dragon movie, actually. Moving on, man. Shauna, former First Lady of DTP, basically stating that there is not enough unity within female rap, and she suggests that a lot of female rappers tour with each other and collaborate with each other on a more consistent basis in order of there being more unity among female rappers in the genre. So what do you say to that, Ceerouse?
Man, I love female MCs. Like, and I find female MCs stand out. Like, nowadays, everybody's a rapper. So nowadays, you can have a lineup of rappers that walk down and be like, okay, whatever. But then when there's like that one female MC, they'll be like, oh wait, and that they'll at least do a double take.
Exactly.
And I always I'm always looking for new female MCs to listen to. My girl Tandy D, she raps too. We're working on an album together with Max here. So yeah.
That's what's up, man. And, speaking of female MCs, which leads us to our final story of Trip Talk, which you actually commented on a couple of days ago. Former Flip Mode rapper Rod Digga recently made her comments be known about newcomer Iggy Azalea, stating that she is not real hip-hop. What do you say to that?
Man, how do you define what's real hip-hop? Tell me, like, who is there to define? Like, it's music, man. It's expression. Like, it is what, if you create it, it's art. So, like, I think it's just closed-mindedness saying that's not real hip-hop. That may not be the hip-hop you make, but that's not who are, it's still music.
Exactly. Like, who are the tastemakers? Who are the so-called forefathers who are making this claim? I feel like the people who say that this isn't quote-unquote real hip-hop are the ones who are stuck in like 1985, and like they're more the purists who are used to the original sounds, which is like the scratching of the hooks and the b-boying, which is cool, but you can't define that as real hip-hop, especially when you want the culture to evolve. Because if it stays the same, which was what it was back when it first started, then it's going to get stagnant, and then it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to remain underground. If it weren't for the evolution of hip-hop, there's no way in God's name that it would be mainstream or to where the level it is right now. Like, it's $1 billion industry.
That's true, and there's so many different like subgenres of hip
Yeah.
hop. There's so many different styles of hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, you don't say something's not real hip hop. It's just you've just discovered another kind of hip hop, and it comes back to what I said before. It's like there's different ways to listen to different music. So like. You don't listen to like a Stevie Wonder track the same way you'd listen to like Sinister. It doesn't
exactly. It doesn't gel.
Exactly. You need to know how to appreciate different forms of art.
Yeah. Now let me ask you something. Have you listened to Iggy Azalea before?
I have, yeah.
And how do you find her music? Like just in general, just as an artist. Never mind hip hop.
No, like I respect her as an artist. She's been doing her thing. I don't listen to her too much. I listen to a couple tracks, and I mean, her music's good for the style that she makes. It's personally not like what I would like choose on a playlist if I was driving somewhere. But I mean, I respect her as an artist. I think her music's good. Yeah.
Me personally, I have never actually listened to a full Iggy track before. Yeah. I'm almost afraid to because I hear like a lot of backlash, and like I'm thinking to myself, yo, if the backlash is this hectic, is there a truth to it? Like, that's what I'm asking myself.
Man, listen to it and
I know, yeah, then that's what I'm going to do. But, like, I feel like a lot of the backlash comes from, the fact that she's a rapper who is now reaching the top of hip-hop who just so happens to be Caucasian.
Man, you know what I think it is?
That's where the criticism lies, at least. That's where I think.
I just don't think people like to see other people succeed. Like she's had so much success. Like from where she came up from.
And, I know her background story too, which makes me proud that she's at the level where she's at right now. Just for anyone in general, right?
Because no, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think in terms of her grind and in terms of her like dedication and work ethic, I don't think there's a lot of artists who could touch her. So. I mean, for sure, like she's insane. She's excellent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'll definitely do my research later on and see what's up, man. Shout out to my boy outside, man. He's crazy right now. Yeah, I see you, bro. I see you. Anyways, man, we got to switch gears up right now, man. You already know it's Throwback Thursday. So what Thursday wouldn't be equipped or properly equipped, I should say, without a Throwback Thursday too, man. I think it's about time that we drop that Throwback Thursday drop right about, I don't know, how about right now? Let's do it. Yeah, trying to get old school there. You already know how we do, yeah. Homegirl bouncing with the camera right now. That's what it's all about. That's right. So yeah, it's time to get old school with it. And I don't know why, but for this past week, I've been, on my Wu-Tang shit. I don't know why, but I've been like listening to some heavy Wu-Tang lately, and everyone who knows me knows that that's my favorite rap group of all time. So I feel like it's only right that we crack open something from the Wu archives and put them dubs up and protect our necks while we're at it, shall we? This one comes by way of The Genius, a.k.a. The Jizza, featuring Method Man off of his 1995 album Liquid Swords. This one is called Shadow Boxing. And we'll be right back after these messages. So whoop!
It's your man Chris Godrock.
What's up, my family? It's Maliki, your sweet senorita.
It's your boy Dirty Germa. This is All Mills from the Critics. I just finished my interview at C.O.O.L Radio, and I'm just letting you guys know that you guys need to tune in every Thursday at 8 p.m. because this place is wild.
Of course! Don't touch that dial.
You miss your diss, you understand? You relax.
Yes, y'all. We back on the air. You're now tuned into CFRE 91.9 FM. It's your man DM C.O.O.L. You're now tuned into C.O.O.L Radio. Welcome back to the show, people. We got my man Ceerouse still rocking it out here in the building right now.
Up?
Yes, sir. And he's gonna do a little something for us before we go off the air. But before we even get to that, you already know what time it is, man. It's the award-winning segment. It's the segment that y'all love to hear the most. I am talking about Wankster of the Week. So let's drop that real quick.
Said you a wankster, and you need to stop fronting.
Now, this week's Wankster of the Week. Now, this one is, I would like to find this one long overdue, because I feel like this man should have been a wankster. I mean, he's a wankster every day. He's the living embodiment of what a wankster should be. I'm talking about none other than Riff Raff.
Oh my God.
Okay? Oh my gosh. Oh, I gotta get ready for this one. Riff Raff is the Wankster of the Week because during a little interview that he had with Hip Hop DX, he said, and I quote, I'm more of a worldwide global icon than a rapper. I am so disgusted and offended by the statement that I'm not even going to read the context of that article verbatim. This is a dude that walks around with like multicolored extension cornrows in his hair, looking like a cracked out Lucky Charms motherfucker, and also has grills in his mouth that looks like he robbed them from a whole bunch of tin cans and made styrofoam out of them. This ugly ragamuffin looking crack baby has no right to call himself a global icon. Maybe a global icon of coonery and ratchetness, but definitely not a global icon of anything that is remotely positive in this world except HIV. Oh, no. Should this man be the wankster of the week? Of course he should. So with that being said, I'm not going to go into further detail with this one. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. I'm going to drop that dub on him real quick, just like this, man.
Said you a wankster, and you need to stop fronting.
A global, if he's a global icon, I should be the master of the universe. See, what's your take on this buffoonery?
I fucking love it, man. He's such a fucking goon. Look at him go. Like, oh, he made everyone so upset, and I think it's fantastic.
Canadian tuxedo to whatever it was, the VMAs were.
They allowed him in the VMAs?
Yeah, or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. They were both wearing like.
They allowed him at a public function with cameras around?
Katy Perry.
What?
You didn't see this? He went with Katy Perry. They were both wearing matching jean tuxedos. They're like in a dress. I swear to God.
The Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake one from like
Yeah.
2003 or something.
Listen. There are only a few men who should even be privileged enough to bask in the heavenliness that is Katy Perry. He should be in the pits of hell with Miley Cyrus twerking, okay? There is no way that this man should be anywhere near friggin' Katy Perry. This is absolute horseshit. I work my ass off on a daily basis, and you mean to tell me that this crack and crunch looking dude I can't even say anything right now. I can't even. I'm so like appalled by this. Like I can't even speak properly right now. I lost my train of thought right now. Ceerouse, what do you have coming up in the future so far, man?
I got my team together here. So my producer, manager Max is here in the studio, and then my girl Tandy D's here. So the three of us, we're putting together an album. Our group's called Casa Cruz, and got a couple shows I'm working on. Shout outs to my DJ Lachlan. I think he's tuned in right now. DJ Cataract.
Bomb.
And I got a solo project I'm working on. It's completely different, actually, from Supervillain. It's like a chilled out West Coast, like G-Funk kind of vibe.
Okay. I like.
So that's kind of in the works. It's being kind of cooked up. I don't really have a set date or anything for it. I'm just kind of working at it.
That's what's up.
And then my birthday party's coming up in December. So
okay.
I'm not even going to touch that topic yet.
Okay, now we can't touch that. I can only imagine what it's going to be like, man. I can only imagine. It's probably nothing less of turned up, if I may say so myself. Now, before you go, you have agreed to serenade the masses of Cool Radio listeners with some freestyles.
But I'm going to spit you this track. It's a track.
It's cool. I don't care.
It's a free verse. It's called 50 Bars.
50 Bars. We're going to look for that beat on here, actually, because you passed me a ton of beats, and we're going to look for that right now, actually. So it's called 50 Bars, you said?
Yeah.
50 bars. I see Put It On Me. I see Pennywise. I see Octane. I see Mad Scientist. I see Like That. I see Flatlined. I see All Max Wanna. Do we have it anywhere on this playlist, my friend? If you want, we can also do this a cappella, too. It's all up to you, Playboy.
All right, whatever. I'll do it a cappella.
All right, let's do it a cappella then, so the people can hear your voice, man.
Big shout out to my mom and dad. Yo, they tuned in right now. They're like my #1 fans, for real. They listen to all this shit. They let me do this craziness in their crib. So much love to my parents, man. They support like nonstop. All right, I'm gonna kick this track for you. It goes. Hey, yo, I need to write the track. Let me slice the rap. Lines like a brick. Yo, I need a slice of that. Bars like a prison or the Alcatraz. Bard or a Simpson for a maxi pad. I'ma say what I want when I'ma smash the track. I ain't classy or happy. I'm actually mad. Need to grab me a bitch from my nasty ass. What, you gon' slap me like stop being a bastard, man? Fuck a rapper like this Brazzers, man. I actually can get off my ass and make a track that doesn't sound so bland. Who think of shit to beat the baddest? And from where I stand, how much I feel myself, you don't even want to touch my hand. It might make you feel confident and rub my nads. That's an accomplishment. If your woman could touch my ass, I'm feeling dominant. Maybe I'ma tug that strap, drop a load of babies, look at her like slug that back. I'm on some other shit, substances that gon' be snacked. Call your mother, kid, I'm struggling to wrote these tracks. Fist I shoveled in Colombia and the codeine tabs. Doesn't matter, so long as it gon' hold me back. It's like I hate myself subconsciously, like yo, relax. You need to get up off your rocker G, control these habits. You're spiraling, sicker than a fucking viral virus, and you're throwing it away to be a lonely brat. I was once you, I used to be a lonely cat. I would smoke in class, skipping only pass. I used to shovel coke up my nose with my bogey hand, thinking I'm bad as bad B. Yo, the baddest ass, loudest grass. Man, I need a pound of that. Give me an ounce of chat and I could bounce with that. Maybe a round of hash and the crown to rap. I run this mouth and I clown the track. Yo, I'm the baddest and manic, that in the attic, schizophrenic. I really had it, that look like I left the mirror shattered. Dude, these rappers bad as shit. I'm reaching out and grasping it, the semi-automatic, and I'm grabbing it to clear the room. Tack, tack, tack. You get it if you act a fool. My raps, does visions from the bag of shrooms, middle of the night, as I'm searching through my casket juice, trying to pick a fight up with the sky like you're a bastard, moon. Pick a flow, I'ma go insane. Hit my nose with some more of that Novocaine. If you didn't know my name, just scope my chain. That crystal pendant on it, doggy had it, no restraint. There he goes, his forehead, it shows them veins. Unbroken focus that he's showing on the stage. How I hold this mic, that's how I hold my game. That's how I flow, you fucking right, you get to know my face. I'ma take over the globe and shit on this game. Play a show in a robe and still blow this place wide open. I creep in the night, that's when I'm rolling. You read these lines, you can't see that it's my mind showing. That's 50 bars.
Ladies and gentlemen, for any rappers coming on my show in the future, y'all got some work to do right now, man. This man gave us 50 bars of nastiness right now. Man's foaming from the mouth and everything, man. Yo, I wasn't even expecting that. I was expecting like maybe like a 16 an hour. This guy went for broke on this one, man. Crazy, man. Yo, where can the people find you, man?
You can check me on my website, Ceerouse.com. That's www.ceerouse.com. And honestly, I'm just going to give you that. You scroll all the way to the bottom, all my social media pages and links and everything is down there.
And that's what's up. Do you have any shows in Toronto coming up?
No, we're working on a couple, but as of now, nothing solid.
All right. Because you know the city needs you, man. The city needs to hear you again, man. Hey, big respect for coming out. You know, you drove all the way from Ottawa. You came here. You kicked it. And you're welcome back anytime, man.
Word, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. You guys already know where y'all can find me, man. Y'all can hit me up on Twitter at DM_cool and also at cool_radio. Next week on Cool Radio, we have the co-founder of Urbanology magazine, Priya Ramanujam, coming through to the building. We're going to talk some hip-hop and all that good stuff. Until next time, people, once again, it's your man, DM Cool. And we out of here. Peace. Cool.